Dude, you're looking good today, man. Everything's right, dude. Everything's fitting. I mean, you've always got good swag, but this is really working for me.
Wow, that's really nice, man.
Yeah, of course, dude.
I really like the Def Leppard, the two-tone.
Stop. Thank you.
The two-tone?
But still,
that's different. That's cool. That's vibey, man.
Yeah. No. But again, like, it's not. Stop.
No. But like the mustache looks nice and full.
No, coming from the best beard around. Come on, man. You
the
look
hair
amazing.
looks nice and coiffed today.
It's okay.
No, it's marvelous. What are you talking about?
You're always slicked and clean.
Yeah, but
and
you got the nice aesthetic with the jewelry going on today.
Yeah, but you've been coming through with the drips as well. I mean, the little chain, the watch.
Your chain.
No, you're better. Stop.
No,
Stop. You're better looking.
Your jeans
are
awesome.
I love
can't pull off those
I love
jeans.
you more than you love me.
You.
I love you to the moon. And I love you times infinity.
No.
I win that.
No.
I win that every time. I win that every time.
I love you. What's going on, all you encouraging egrets? My name's Mason.
And my name's Grayson.
And welcome to The Modern Dude.
A podcast by dudes, for dudes, helping dudes become better dudes.
Dude! Giving your buddies a hard time is easy. Encouraging your friends, on the other hand, is harder for some guys. Today we're going to talk about why that is and the benefits of big upping your bros.
Nailed it. Big up on your bros.
Big up on the bros.
Benefits of big up on your bros.
Rippin'
Okay. So, this is a really fun one, I think, to talk about. I'm excited to get into this one. This is kind of the other side of the coin, I feel like, to the last episode that we did about banter and how bantering can be very fun and can be very, I guess, bonding. Like a bonding kind of growth thing with your dudely friends, but at the same time it can be very toxic. And we talked a lot about that, so definitely check out that last episode. But today we want to talk about the other side of that coin, which is big upping, encouraging.
Yeah,
having your guys back and really like supporting them in like their endeavors and the kind of things that they want to do. I think a lot of the time, the default is to always just go with the banter.
Yeah.
Even if what your bro is talking about is like, they want maybe a little something else from you. You know what I mean?
It is definitely the default. It's definitely easier. It's definitely just like a go with the flow. And for the most part, that's fine. That's great.
Sure.
It's all good. I think what's harder though is to find those moments of ingenuity to be encouraging, like we said, to pull your guy aside and like really tell him how much you care about him or that you love him or that like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Or I like that's really cool fucking shirt you're wearing, and like it feels unnatural sometimes for a guy.
Yeah.
Like I've had moments even with you just to be like, man, you look really good today.
Yeah, literally even just to like, ooh, looking good today, my guy. That goes a long way for people. And
but it also can feel kind of awkward to say.
It can if you don't have that relationship or you haven't like tried it or like worked on it with a friend or something like that.
I'm thinking about giving you a compliment. I don't really know how to say it, but
you look good. You look good today. Oh, I can't do it.
I want to have sex with you. Damn it, I fucked it up.
That's different. Yeah, that's different. That's different. That's a whole different conversation. You do look good today.
Thanks, man.
New York or nowhere, huh? It's a cool.
The Knickerbockers.
You got the Knicks on top too. Yeah. Big fan.
It is, baby.
It's I see. It's the full drip. Yeah. The Jordans too. See, look, I'm literally doing it right now. I'm complimenting him. I'm not even thinking about it. Literally complimenting him.
But that is something that we've literally had conversations about being like, hey, that's like something that we want to be a part of our relationship because I think it is important because like being able to express that is so helpful for the other person, but it's really helpful for you too. It's it's you're doing something good for yourself, your own mental state by complimenting somebody else. That's getting you outside of your thought process. You're putting the attention on somebody else, and that's really good for your mental. That people who do that succeed.
Yeah,
more like
absolutely.
That's just another little thing in the armor that helps people succeed in life is being just putting themselves out there, because it is a kind of a vulnerability, just being being able to give a compliment, because that's an emotion that guys don't
tap into or exercise.
Literally, yeah.
I think if you look at anyone who has made it a long way in whatever genre of life that they are going through, or any kind of career path or stuff like that, a lot of times when I've looked up stuff, there's a really, really great quote from a rapper, an artist that I really like. His name's Amine. I know you know Amine. I think you do, maybe. Okay.
I've heard of him. I don't know his
he says something in one of his albums. He has like this little blurb where he says, if you want to win, it's all about kindness. It's all about like that kind of energy. Yeah. Because he was like, I know a lot of incredibly talented people that are super like egotistical or very like standoffish or very like I'm the shit and have gone nowhere.
Yeah.
And he knows a lot of untalented people that are popping off just because they come through with a kindness and an energy. People are attracted to that.
Of course.
People want to be around you because you make them feel good, and in turn, they want to repay that back. They want to, that's just how you communicate. Reciprocation, man. It's everything, sure.
It really is. If you start off a relationship with someone and it's purely based in like love and encouragement, and that's how you started that relationship from the get-go, then you're going to be more inclined to be around that person.
Hell yeah.
Just because of the energy that they brought.
Right.
So if you can, even with guys that like, I have a lot of friends that, I've known for a long time, very close to, and it's not necessarily built off of that kind of that.
Right.
Doesn't mean that I don't still love them and that we don't have like great relationship.
Of course not.
But it's not, it wasn't built in that necessarily. And and it might be harder for me to like big up them and encourage them
because it's never been there before,
because that's not something that we cultivated,
right?
Right,
yeah.
So
it's interesting.
So like, I guess with word to the wise, I guess, is like, if you are meeting new people and if you can change your mindset into putting your best foot forward every time you meet somebody, and obviously you want to do this whenever you do, but that really, if you're trying to build something, whatever it is in your life, if you're trying to build something, if you build it with a positive vibe, with positive encouragement and love, that is going to show and shine through so much. People are attracted to that. It's it's
good. And I think also when you see somebody, it's like, do you want to be the friend? Think about it like this. Do you want to be the friend that when you're meeting your homie at the bar and you walk in, they look at you and they're like, oh, or like I'm sitting there and my friend walks in. Do you want to be the person that I look at and I go, oh man, this is my dude. It's so good to see him. I can't wait he's going to sit down. We're going to be like, what's up, my guy? How are you? Like, what's going on? Like, how have things been? You look great, man. Oh, you working on this thing? What are you doing? Do you want to be that guy? Or do you want to be the friend that walks in and I look and I go, what's up, dude? And it's probably going to make fun of something that I'm doing, and we're just going to immediately jump into shitting on each other because we're dudes, and that's what we do.
And that's okay if that's the relationship you have.
It's okay.
That's okay for sure, because that can be funny. I think it's a healthy balance.
A healthy balance, always. Yeah.
Because I can on any individual day, and you even do this in the morning sometime. Grace and I live together.
The morning is not fair. I don't.
No, you're giving yourself a pass here. Grayson comes in and he goes,
I'm a grumpster.
Yeah, he goes, what's up, bitch? How you doing? And I'm like, that's not the energy, But of course he does it in jest, and it's funny, and it's a bit. But then also, like, you also sometimes will come in and be like, my God, look at you looking fly with the J.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that you have to be on that energy at all times, And a lot of the time, I think another thing that I'm not putting into consideration is that a friend is, if they're a real friend, they're the kind of friend where you don't always have to be 100% on for them. You know what I mean? You don't have to be always like, oh, what's up, my guy?
That's also
like, sometimes it's just like
phony and
hey,
boring.
Man. Yeah,
too.
it's like sometimes you just want to sit down and go, what's up, dude? And you just want to dish, or you just want to like fucking fuck around. You know, it doesn't always have to be this like big positive whatever. But I feel like when there's a giant lack of that when if the other side of the coin is that it's always just this sort of like fuck you, it's like, you know, the positivity that you guys give to each other, that is like an understood thing, so that when it's not that, it's okay, because you know that like there's this nice balance between everything, and you know they must be going through something, or you know they're not in the mood, you know.
What it is that you should just be able to have moments of being able to like be like, hey man, it's really good to see you. Yeah. I miss seeing, you know, or being like, hey bud, love you, have a good night, you know, just even like simple shit like that. Yeah. Just being like, love you, buddy. Check you later. Like that's nice to hear, you know.
Telling you, bro, you love them is also probably a thing that's really, really hard for dudes.
It's underrated.
It's underrated though.
I think there are a lot of guys that do this, but I don't think it's something that is talked about, which is why we're bringing it up. Right. Because at the end of the day, there is guy love out there, and I think it's on the dude loves on the rise. You know,
dude loves on the
name
rise.
of the EP.
That is.
But
it's a quote.
But
snip that, cut that out for sure. Dude love on the rise.
Dude love on the rise. No, but I think in the world we live in, you know, in the 2020s, this kind of stuff is a little bit more prevalent than it used to be. Yeah. And I think that's why we're talking about it, is because I think it's important to highlight and take some time to really consider that this is something people should be talking about.
I think another quick point real quick is, because I agree, I think it should be talked about because, again, we like to bring up the word growth on the show a lot. And I think there is a lot of growth that you can passively support a friend in growing, and in turn grow a little bit yourself if you are encouraging them. Like, for example, if you bring something up that you want to do with your career or your life, or you want to make a big change that's like kind of hard or kind of scary to do, take a step in a direction that you're not quite, you know, it's not certain or anything, you would want your friend to support that. Or you would want your friend to be honest with you about it and be like, you know, okay, talk to me about it. I think that's something that would be really good for you. What's the game plan? No. How can I help you with this? And because then you're getting that support. The opposite is, oh, you want to do that? Well,
sounds kind of lame.
Sounds kind of fucking
loser.
Lame.
Check this
Is that
guy
really
out?
what you want to do?
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
and then it's a bit and it's a banter. And
but then you wind up feeling like, man, I really kind of wanted some support on that, and I feel like I'm not getting it. And then no one's growing. Yeah. No one's growing in that way. Yeah. And that just, I don't know. I feel like it's discouraging and it's complacent, and, you know, I don't know.
It comes back to like surrounding yourself with the people that you want to, you know, that are going to help you succeed in life. Absolutely. And the people that you can talk to like that in an encouraging, open, communicative way. Yeah. Those are the people that are going to lift you up, that are going to encourage you, that are going to help you succeed in life. Yeah. And, you know, again, that doesn't mean that like your bros that you banter with don't do that. Right. That just means that there just can be some of that along with the banter.
Sprinkle in a little love. Baby.
Yeah,
come on, that's nice.
So, you know.
So what's a dude to do in this type of situation? Or how can we improve upon it for if this comes very like hard for you or is foreign?
Dude.
Okay. I think sometimes looking directly into your dude's eyes and saying, I love you can work.
Why did you do it to the camera, not me?
I'm going to do it to you right now.
I'm ready for it.
I love you. Just want to point out, Mason did not say it back, and that is a bad example of what we're talking about today.
you are also someone who exists in my reality.
That's fucked up.
I love you. I deeply love you.
There it is. See?
Deep love. Okay. Deep as the ocean.
Dude love on the rise. Deep. No.
Deep dude love on the rise.
Yeah, I think for real, I think that in the beginning when we said, just complimenting them in like a just casual way, it's a nice jumping off point. It's a nice starting point. If you see the homie, hey, you're looking good today, man. Especially if like they put in some effort to get dressed, got a haircut, something like that. You don't have to do it every single day, but it's a nice little starting off point to just encourage them on the way they look. How you doing, man? You look good.
Absolutely.
I'm liking the energy, man. How are you today? Asking about stuff like that. It's not so much doing it in some Disney type way. You
don't have to. Yeah, it doesn't have to be fucking cupcakes and flowers every day with your bros.
Oh, my best friend. I love you so much. You're so amazing.
It's just sprinkled in, like you said.
Yeah, man.
Because that is positive energy that people like to hear that, whether they will admit it or not.
That's the other thing. Everybody likes to hear it. Everybody likes to hear it. So why not give it?
Yeah. Even if your homie like claps back and be like, "What is that? That's fucking gay," or something like that. It's like, which is totally like, this is why we're talking about this stuff, because that is a like something that a guy would say if you like tried to give them some love. Be like, "Look at this guy." It's like, no. It's like, no,
just look
dude.
at him and say, "Well, sorry, man. Is it a crime to tell you that I care about you? I do." And I think because then they're just gonna be like.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that. I feel like that's.
I know about that.
I mean, I think if you do it in a funny way, for sure. But like, if you're met with that kind of energy, like a negative energy to you giving something positive, then I think you can just conquer it with another funny bit. Yeah, for sure.
Just be like, dude, I'm just giving you some love, man. Relax.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. This is kind of another step in this vein, but like asking questions to like, this is kind of like the next step after encouragement, I guess. And we can do another thing on this, but like when you open yourself up to being positive and to encouraging your friends, that leads to like more in-depth conversation and like, and being, it establishes a comfort level that your friend can then open up about bigger things. Sure. So like encouragement I think can be a gateway to like more in-depth relationships. Yeah. Which is great.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we like taking it one step further. That's kind of
we want that,
Yeah, absolutely. Because like, again, you don't want your friendships to be just based in like banter and bullshit all the time.
Because that shit bubbles up. And then when shit really hits the fan in a big way in your life, you guys are already established, so it's like all good. And it's not this just like giant unload all of a sudden of like, I really need you. I'm so sorry.
And the homies that are really there for you will be there regardless if you do this stuff or not. Of course. And that's the true test of friendship for sure. Like in the big moments. But this stuff establishes that stuff and makes it much more. What I mean. It eases your brain when you need to call on your friends for a big thing. Right. If you are comfortable saying the little things, it's going to make saying the big things much easier.
So our manager, I don't know if you saw this when he sent it to us recently in one of our apps that we use, but
shout out Derek.
He
don't know how to say his last name still.
Garabedian. You should know how to say that. But he sent us a video of something that's going on TikTok, or kind of going around right now on TikTok, where they are like, a girl is asking a question to guys, and guys like duet the video, and she's like, who do you call guys when you have like a real, like when you're at your lowest, like who's that one person, that go-to person? And there are so many
Ghostbusters.
There are so many of those guys. I mean, it's just a full video of guys responding and going, nobody.
Really?
They're like, I have absolutely nobody, because it's going to be used against me, and I don't call anybody because nobody gives a shit. I'm a guy. Who gives a fuck?
See, this is exactly why we are doing this episode and why we are doing this fucking podcast, because that's fucking dumb,
and
man.
it made me.
But
just
it's also
like,
real, and I don't mean dumb in like
is.
in a derogatory, like judgmental way. I mean like this is why.
It just made me realize how we are and how I like that we are doing this and that we have this platform, because we are very fortunate to be able to have such a comfortable relationship and have such a sort of friendship that's very open and very honest and very caring.
But
when I see that, I'm like, we
don't just do it with each other. This is not just a Grayson and Mason thing.
No.
This is I do this, and Grayson does this with all of our friends.
Absolutely.
Because we try to practice what we preach as much as possible. Obviously, we fall short and we fuck up sometimes.
For sure.
And maybe we should say that even more so that we don't sound so fucking preachy.
Absolutely.
But like, this is it's just not disheartening, but also just like it makes me want to double down, because there is so much room for growth as guys to be like, hey, it's okay to fucking express a little emotion,
absolutely,
a little love.
It is disheartening.
A little positivity, man.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that like so many of these guys really did not have.
That's crazy.
We gotta
reshare that.
And they're like fucked up about it in the video. Like they're sad, and they're like, and some of them like, I think I speak for all guys when I say there's nobody to call. Like there's nobody to hit up, because, and it's an even bigger predicated thing when it comes to society. It's like, they're like, I'm a guy. Nobody gives a shit if I have problems. Nobody cares. I'm supposed to be strong. I'm supposed to be like, I'm supposed to bury it all. I'm not supposed to show any emotion. And that is fucked.
And not true.
And not true.
Just
and that's really,
so not true.
That's really why, you know, it's important to, why I think this conversation specifically was really important, because if you're going to get it from anyone, it needs to be from the homies. It needs to be from your close friends. You know, a relationship is one thing, obviously, like your significant other or family or something like that. But you need to be getting it from your best friends, the people you spend the most time with, the people you build with and grow with and talk to and have shared all that history and stuff. And, you know, if there's anybody out there that is watching this and needs to talk to somebody or feels like they don't have anybody because they're going to be judged, they're going to feel stupid,
hit us the fuck
Please hit us up. DM us.
We would love to hear.
Hit us up in any way. We will love to chat. We would love to discuss anything you want to hear. Like, that is what this show is about, and at its core.
Yeah, we are gonna set in place some things that we will cultivate a community of this.
Absolutely.
Very soon. We're working on some stuff so that there will be like open forums and chats that we can talk about.
100%.
But in the meantime, if anyone needs to get something off their chest, we're here.
We've got deep dude love on the rise. We're here for it.
God, it's so good.
Is it so good?
So good.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Anyways, I think that's what we got for now.
I think it is too. Dudes, transition. Hope you guys...
Camera one.
Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed the discussion today. We are really excited about all the new forums like he was talking about that we're trying to make happen, and these episodes and this whole process. Shout out to Mill Iron Studios as always, and our boy Tyler. If you guys have any questions, comments, general kerfuffle, please hit us up on GraysonandMason.com or on all of our social media platforms at The Modern Dude. And don't forget, do your due diligence.